Hey there creators, Niamh here, and this is week 2 of Inktober, and this week I decided I wanted to do all fan art. So the first day I did Claptrap from Borderlands, and I don't know if you guys play that game, but my husband and I do, and so one of the things that I want to do in our house is I want to make a few paintings to go in our downstairs bathroom, and they're going to be these sorts of things, the pets from games and our fandoms, basically. So Claptrap was one of the things that I wanted to do a painting of for our bathroom, and I figured this would be a perfect time to practice all these characters that we want to put in our bathroom. So the first day is Claptrap, and it was very interesting to do all the little mechanical bits and things like that. Oh, and just so you know, just like last week, if you're interested in having any of the line art for these pieces, I have taken a picture of each piece before I started doing the coloring, so that I could have the line art for it. And on my Patreon, I will offer each month. I'll offer a drawing or two for coloring, so you guys can have your own line art of this and color it yourself however you want. Maybe you can make Claptrap purple. I don't know, whatever you want. Alright, so sorry, some of this is a little out of frame. A lot of these I'm doing at my desk, at my computer desk. That's why the angle is a bit weird. Some of them I'm doing on a little TV tray while I watch TV. But yeah, these Inktober things, I don't have my normal full setup. I just have it at my desk. So, alright, we're going to go to the first screenshot. Okay, day 8, and this is the next quote-unquote pet that I'm going to have, that we're going to have in our bathrooms, and that is BB8 from Star Wars, from the new Star Wars movies. And I did realize while I was doing BB8 that I forgot to do the antenna for Claptrap. Oh well, whoops. Anyway, so, BB8 was pretty fun to do. I had the hardest time doing the circle, the bottom circle. I ended up having to just, trace a circle because I could not. I did it, 8 times, and, BB8, 8 times. But yeah, I did that circle, the bottom part of him, 8 times, and it still didn't work, so I ended up having to trace a circle. It's funny, you can do art in lots of different ways, and then the simplest things end up being the most complicated. Just drawing a dang circle. Anyway, so it was fun it was interesting to do this one because the BB-8's very white, so but I wanted him to stand out against the background, so the white background, so I had to really shade him differently. And what we're actually going to do for our bathroom, the images for that, we're going to make these characters steampunky. So they're all going to be kind of rusty looking, just like Claptrap is right there, actually, but with, a lot of steampunk elements to them. And I hope that's going to turn out really cool, and that'll be a project for the future. And here is the finished BB8. All right, day 9, and it's K9. Day 9, K9. And BB8 was actually day 8. I did not plan that, and wow, that's cool. Anyway, so K9 is from Doctor Who, so obviously we're doing another pet here, and this is a bit more of a literal pet. Yeah, so I, of course, had to do something Doctor Who. I'm a huge Whovian. So K9 seemed like the perfect pet from that to do. And this was a lot of fun to do. The coloring I did for this ended up going kind of almost rainbowy. And I thought it turned out really neat and interesting. Yeah, so Doctor Who is something that my son and I really enjoy watching together because he's a big Whovian too. And every summer, actually, we put on the entire new Who series from the 2005 reboot, and we start it from that, and we watch every single episode. It goes into the after school starts too, so we don't finish it, but we pretty much watch all the older episodes of New Who before Christmas, basically, because in preparation for the special Christmas episode they always have. Yeah. So the background on this was really fun to do. I didn't want to do just the plain white like the previous 2 days. For this one and the next one, I really wanted a super colorful background. And part of that probably came from the fact that I was using a lot of colors in K9. So I sort of wanted to continue that and have a really, really colorful background. And yeah, that one turned out pretty fun and cool. Okay, day 10, and so for this one, I had to do my other major fandom, and this is probably something I like even more than Doctor Who, and that is Star Trek. So, I could not, for the longest time, I was like, okay, what am I going to do for the pet for Star Trek? And it suddenly dawned on me, of course, I could do Tribbles. And if you are familiar with Star Trek at all, Tribbles are the fuzzballs that reproduce like crazy, and they overtake a ship. So I decided to do 2 Tribbles and a pile of Tribbles behind them, which is basically their offspring, and colored the background dark blue. And this one's real short because the Tribbles were actually really easy. So I'll probably have the line art for this one free, like completely free on my Patreon. So make sure you check that out. All right, here it is. This one was really fun. Okay, for these last 2 days, I decided to do Pokemon. And no, I'm not going to have Pokemon in our bathroom. It's basically just going to be the previous 3 or 4 things. But I decided to do Pokemon because I am a big fan of Pokemon Go, and I play that every time I leave the house. And I used to watch Pokemon when I was in school. I'm not that old. I was still a kid when Pokemon came out. Yeah. So, and now my kids are really into Pokemon. My daughter, especially my middle daughter, she's a walking Pokedex. And she knows way more than me. Like, I wasn't as into it as like my brother was. So I'm not like a mega fan of Pokemon, but I enjoy it. And I decided to do my 2 favorite Pokemon, and one of them is Bulbasaur here. Bulbasaur, as my kids keep correcting me, but I say Bulbasaur. Yeah, so I did Bulbasaur here. Bulbasaur. And the flowers are, there's a big jump because my camera cut out. But the flowers are the same flowers that's on Venusaur, one of the evolutions of Bulbasaur. So, yeah, I thought it was really pretty, the green and pinks. Alright, we're on our last day, and this is my other favorite Pokemon, which is Eevee. And I decided to do Eevee here. Really wanted the squares behind Eevee to be like a purple color, like a light purple and a dark purple. So I thought to myself, what if I put like a lot of like dreamy swirlies around her or him, and it's kind of like Eevee is dreaming of the next evolution, and since I wanted to use purple, I was thinking, oh, like one of Eevee's other evolutions is Espeon, and Espeon is purple. So maybe this Eevee is kind of dreaming, hoping that she'll evolve into Espeon. And of course, since I have the line art I'll have the line art available, and you can color it however you want. And if you want Eevee here to be dreaming about a different evolution, you can color it in those colors. I would actually love to see some people's colorings of some of these line art. I think it would be really interesting and cool. And I have a helper in here helping me do this voiceover. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Which kid are you?
I'm the middle daughter.
No, you're not. That's Seamus, my oldest. He's in here helping me along. Okay, so next week I am going to be doing kind of an all fantasy theme for that week, and it will be 8 days instead of 6 like these last 2 weeks have been. So yeah, the next 2 weeks are actually going to be 8 days for the video, and I hope I can get all that done in time. Yeah, so we're getting near the end here. This was a lot of fun to do. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next week for next week's Inktober. Keep drawing, guys. Later, creators.